One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on another team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Boston College lined up, ready to kick off and get things going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will get the first swing of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. He's got the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. They'll run play action. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The official says no good. After the miss, no change in the score. So Boston College's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Lockwood. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. To the air on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Jones. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boston College!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 69-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to throw, it's Barnett. A little screen to the running back. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Duke.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Grab behind the line. It's Reynolds. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. A first down for the offense. He'll do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Right down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Sure hands, it's Edwards. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. Boston College has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got a chance. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Was to pass. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Dumps it off in the flats. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils! They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. James Madison is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Old Dominion. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. And the Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Lockwood. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Here's the pressure. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Timeout, Boston College.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football